Hey guys, and welcome back to the CM20 podcast, where we talk about absolutely anything relevant and irrelevant. Today we have Anton-Fitnessninja.
Yeah, hey, how are you guys?
So, if you don't already know, Anton is a personal trainer,
Yeah, that's correct. A personal trainer and a nutritionist.
and he's extremely inspirational and does so many inspirational speeches. He's done some inspirational quotes and stuff. You find Bruce Lee to be very inspirational.
Yeah, I do. He's my biggest idol and inspiration here in life.
That's really good. He has amazing quotes, and he is an amazing guy, and he was one of the best, a legend.
Yeah, it is. And I really love his quotes and his way of thinking. That's what inspired me the most. And that also that he's such a how to put it, small guy and still had this amazing strength, flexibility, and power. That is what amazed me the most too.
That's really good and so true. Do you have a favorite quote by him?
Yeah, my favorite quote by him is the one when he says, the key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering.
Oh, nice. Do you want to explain that for people who don't understand that straight from that?
Yeah, you can. There are different ways to put it, but I put it like this: if you do everything you can in this life to the best of your abilities, the legacy you create for others to follow, that is how you. That is how your own legacy will be still here when you leave the earth or when you are gone, so to speak. And that is how it is. If you make your marks here, then you will leave this place with that immortality. People will know who you are. People will know what you have done. You will leave that legacy and that motivation for other people to follow. And that's how I put that quote: that you have to make your mark, so people will know who you are. It can be in a positive way, of course, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I really like that. I think that's great words there, and you inspire so many people, including myself, because you spread so much positivity. You're motivating people to be strong and reach their goals no matter what, and cut out the excuses.
Yeah, I mean, we will all encounter fear and all these obstacles in life, but there are always ways to work around them. My biggest setback in my life was when I had this facial paralyzed in my face. I was paralyzed in my face, and that was more like a wake-up call for me. I thought that my life right there would end. Like, how could this happen to me? Well, I had a stressful life and such, but I walk around that obstacle. I just had to take a week off, sit down, and just lay in my bed and just think to myself, why did this occur to me? What have I done for this thing, like to strike me, or how to put it, struck me.
Yeah.
So that was when I just began to read much or philosophy and psychology, and let's just put it short. That was the big wake-up call for me to really, how to put it, rise up and
journey.
How to put it? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Start my journey.
Yeah.
So, and along that journey, I have inspired many people, and I just wanna break the ice, and just help people and motivate people to open up their true potential. Because even though we have these setbacks and these obstacles, we will work around them if we truly want it. There is always how do I say it? Just lost the word right there. There's always a possibility, or there's always a way if we
Yeah.
if we truly believe it, and that's how it is. So, yeah.
So, how did you start fitness journey and becoming who you are now?
Uh, I was 13, 14 years old. I was really watching Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
They sent one of his movies at TV.
Yeah.
So I think it was I don't remember the name of the movie, but when he was beating up the Japanese in the Japanese karate school,
Yeah.
Big Boss, I believe it was. Oh no, oh yes, yeah. Well, that movie, and I just started to kick and punch in the air while watching him. And
Yeah.
that was when I realized you don't have to be big or have those big muscles to be very powerful. And that really inspired me because I've heard all my life that, oh, you need to be this big and you have to have this big biceps or legs to lift this heavy things, and all the heroes did back then were always muscular and had big
Yeah.
muscles. But then I saw this guy, Bruce Lee, and then I was like, man, you
Yeah.
can be fast, powerful, explosive, and strong, while being this lean and, yeah, ripped.
That's
So yeah,
good.
that was where my fitness journey started.
Well, I like that because it's good knowing that you don't have to be the big and the bad out there. You just have to have the mindset and just go for it, strike for it, and just cut out excuses and the fear.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, that's how it is.
yeah, so you are a personal trainer. What motivates you to keep going every day and doing what you do? Because do you work out every day?
Yeah, I tend to work out every day. Sometimes in the weeks, not the weekends. Some weekends I try to rest,
Yeah.
but in the other week, Monday to Friday, I can work out 2 to 3 workouts per day. It depends because I'm an instructor too, so I hold group classes and I try to attend to them too. So,
Yeah.
and the thing that really motivates me being a personal trainer is that people don't know how it feels when they tell me that I've changed their life, their lifestyle, and that everything has been so much easier in their life just because I have motivated them and helped them physically and both mentally. I've changed their way of thinking, and I don't think no one really knows how much that means to me. It's an unexplainable feeling.
Yeah, it must be great changing people's lives. Obviously, getting that feedback back and helping them a lot through their life.
Yeah, and it's a very powerful feeling, to be honest.
That's good. So, I see that you do like really complex workouts. You do like semi squats, lunges. Do you enjoy it? And what makes you just block out the pain, just keep going and not stop?
The thing is right there. Do we know if we do though? Let's say if I have done like 10 reps of push-ups, squats, do we really know if there's enough right there,
Yeah.
or can we expect more? What I really don't know if there's enough. That's why I told in my last video that how would I know if my 10 reps of squats will make me more successful later in life? And as I said, like I don't really know if it will, but I will just continue make those 10 more reps because maybe they will make me more successful one day. I can't just tell there at that particular moment, but I do those extra reps because they can make me more successful later in life. And sometimes I have those workouts where I just do as much reps or repetitions as possible. And that is because I also at the same time want to work on my mentally and because we can block out the pain we feel in many of the exercises. Our body still hurts the most, of course, but if we endure it and like stand against it and hold against it in our head mentally, we can exceed to a higher level when we go through that barrier, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. I think when I do push-ups, I can get to about 20, then I start to hurt and I could give up then. But then I do an extra 10, and then I feel a little bit of pain, more pain there.
Then I do another 5.
And then I maybe do 2 or 3 until I can't do any more. Because it's like you can either
Stop.
early and quit when it's easy, or you can keep going through pain until you physically can't go any longer, and then that's when you know you've done your absolute best.
Yeah, exactly. And that is what I have researched many things I do on my group session and on my PT sessions too. That when I say we do today, let's do 20 reps of military presses.
Yeah.
And when I say that's 20, that's okay. But when I don't count them, and in some exercises they exceed that 20 rep barrier.
Yeah.
Maybe they will do 30 or 35 without knowing, because I say to them they are not paying attention to how many reps they are doing, because I say I am the one that's counting it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say afterwards that yeah man, you have done like 40 reps now, and they are like, what? And that's because they don't know. They just how to say, block it out just in the moment, trying to push themselves to the max. And I have made another how to put it, research in this, is that when I say that they have 20 left when they are at 20, then they will stop immediately, because that is mentally they are thinking, oh man, I need to do 20 more. But am I quiet, not saying anything? They continuously pushing toward that 40 reps. They're doing it because I have not even I have not said or acknowledged that there are 20 more. They are just pushing it.
Yeah.
And if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, because basically, like, if you know that you've got a load to do, you're not going to go for it. But say when you've got you did 20 and you've got like 2 left because you've done 18. But say you've got 7 more, they'll keep going. And if you keep saying, oh, a few more, they'll keep going because they want to achieve that. But as soon as they know they've done something, they're going to think, oh, I can't do anymore, and just stop there.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely like that.
So, what are your goals for this year?
My biggest goal this year would be I want to compete in kickboxing this year, but we'll have to see how that will be because of COVID-19 and such.
Yeah.
But I have other goals too. One big goal is that one day this year I want to hold a lecture somewhere, and my biggest goal in just that feat is I want to hold a big lecture one day with thousands of people watching me. That will be one of my long-term goals too. One of my biggest.
Do you have any fitness goals?
Yeah, I train pretty much to be explosive and fast. So of course I want to be faster and more explosive. But that is the thing. I'm training pretty much calisthenics too, bodyweight training. Apart from my martial art training, and I have some new moves I want to learn in that area too. So that is also another goal that I'm working on.
That's good. I see you're always doing like explosive push-ups off the ground, and always doing fast, powerful movements that are dynamic, and you always keep going. You don't give up and punches, even though it hurts. You're just going on, not stopping. Is there a time you have given up?
Well, maybe last year when I didn't have the same mentality as I have now. But of course, we will reach when we push our body maximum. We will always come to a point where we have to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's when we can take 1 or 2 seconds rest, and then we go at it again as fast as possible. But I'm trying to push myself or my body to the maximum limit, because I know if my head says, my head will say, man, let's quit right here. That's when I know I can do those 20 more, because we have to let go of that think of being too comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's when we know our mind can play tricks with us pretty much, because at the we want at we human beings, we want to be as comfortable as possible, but we have to break that barrier, because when we exceed and go through the pain, it can be in anything else rather than training. We can do so much more. We have the power and we have the strength as long as we go through that pain.
Yeah, just have that comfort, because people just don't want to do anything. You just got to go past it and keep pushing yourself. Don't stop, cut out the excuses. If you want to do something, reach your goals, because you're not going to achieve them by doing nothing and staying in the 20 minutes that you do. You got to do that extra 10, 15, build it up every time. With anything, just build it up, keep going, don't stop, even though it may be painful. It might not be what you want to do right now, but it will lead to something greater in the future.
Yeah, it will, and that's the thing. You have to let go of being too comfortable. We have to go out of the comfort zone, because that is where we really grow. And how to put it like this, like I've said earlier, when we're in that last repetitions in, for example, like in bench press, do we rack it all up, or do we continue with that burn? And that is the moment when we know who we truly are. Do we exceed it, or do we say things like good enough?
Yeah.
And I would say like good enough is like a danger zone, because then we'll never know if we have enough. So yeah, that's a way to put it.
And this links with what we've been saying. One of Bruce Lee's quotes. I said it in the last episode of the podcast, but it's so great that I'm gonna say it again. With regards to your shock to higher levels, much like a rainstorm, this is violent, but yet afterwards the plants grow. So like, I interpret that as after you've done all the pain and gone to your extreme, kept going, got through the pain, stress, everything, it will be brighter. Like a storm, the sun comes out, you grow, you're just better as a human, stronger.
Exactly. And that is so true. That is why I love his philosophy and his quotations and everything about him. He was an amazing person, and he's right about everything.
Yeah. Besides working out and fitness, is there any other things that you do that you put all your effort and everything into?
Apart from my fitness?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to develop myself develop as much knowledge as possible.
Yeah.
That is the thing I do apart from fitness. I read a lot and study things. You can never be fully learned in something. That is why I read a lot, to expand my knowledge in other areas, like in food or supplements and such. So yeah.
That's good. And I think earlier on you said you were doing like kickboxing. So apart from like workout, do you do like what like things do you like do martial arts and stuff like that? And are you like high in your ability, or are you still at that stage where you're learning loads and loads?
You mean if I in my learning state, or
so are you
again, sorry.
What things are you learning, like are you learning like martial arts and stuff, and how advanced are you in your ability within them?
Yeah, I'm trying to learn as much as possible in martial art. Now I haven't done any much sparring in it because of COVID and such. Yeah. But I am trying to do everything I can to improve myself in martial art in the best way possible at this particular time. So I have equipments that I would like work on my reflexes and such, so I don't lose them, because they are very important as a martial artist. To have to train, so I don't lose it. So I'm always trying to improve in any way possible there too, reading much and watching clips in YouTube and such on techniques, so I can like expand my knowledge in it.
Yeah. What would you say to someone who's maybe listening now, or just to anyone who would go for their goals but is like stuck in the comfort zone and
Hasn't got that discipline to.
motivate themselves?
Yeah, I would say that the pain in the beginning will be. It's hard to work around it. We will doubt. We are human beings. We don't have to. We can't forget it, and we will all feel fear and pain, regret, and that sometimes that we can feel like we don't have what it takes, but we do. We just have to walk around it. It's a mindset. Uh, Fear is self-imposed. We created ourselves. That means we can destroy it. We can destroy it right there when it arrives. But we choose not to. We choose to uh, 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 turn around and show our back to it. But why? And that's the thing. That's the thing. As soon as it arrives, we have all the tools necessary to just fight it.
Yeah.
But we are human beings too, after all. But that's the difference between you being a winner in life or forever forgotten, or how to put it, a loser. But even though there are tough times, we have to find the tools we need ourselves. We can get help from the outside, from other people and directions and stuff,
Yeah.
like I have from Bruce Lee. But we need to apply it ourselves in the end.
And
So
you've done a lot of inspirational speeches on your Instagram, and obviously you probably said a lot of things for people to motivate them. What would one of be your biggest life lesson?
my biggest life lesson. The biggest pain that I gone through was when I had my facial paralysis. That was when a wake-up call in my life. You know, when you're young and you think like you're invincible and
Yeah.
on top of the world. But when that happened to me, I just quickly realized that I should not take anything for granted,
Yeah.
and that to work my way up again, it was hard because I struggled mentally, pretty much there. But I got through it because I believed in myself. I had notes or small text around my room and in my bathroom to remember not to give up. It can be like words like "keep going," "don't give up," "remember why you started," small stuff like that, and it
That's
really
very
helped
good.
pretty much.
And I really like the one you put out 3 days ago. Actually, you said the one about what if I could have done more in my life. So do you want to?
Yeah.
Are you okay to give a quick overview of what you meant by what if you don't take the chances and stuff like that?
Yeah, exactly. So what I mean is that we never should have wondered what if in our lives. Things we go after, our dreams and goals, they are scary, and yes, they should be scary. If they aren't scary, they aren't even big enough. And that is the thing. We can't just expect something to be given to us. And even if it's something were given to us, it wouldn't even be worth it. And that is how it is. And what I mean by what if is that we shouldn't go wondering in our lives, if we wondering in lives, what could have been, what we could have gotten if I did this, if I dare to, what if I dare to ask that girl out?
Yeah.
What if? You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to take the chances when we can, because later in life we might not get those chances again. So we just have to go head on, trust ourselves and our process, be fair, let go of that fear, everything that's stopping us. And if we let go of that fear, we will live a more healthier and a happier life in the end. And we will have a better life, a life that we know in the end that we want, instead of just go down on our knees and say, no, man, let's just give it up all here. I'm done here. This is enough.
Yeah.
And that is the point in our life. That is the point it's a sad part in our life that we give up on something that we have worked so hard for.
Yeah, I agree, and I've given up on some things, but now, like training, I have training. I trained first of all, then I stopped, then I started, but now I'm gonna keep on going and think that I'm doing my goals. I'm not gonna give up, and I think giving up isn't what you
What
should
I
be doing.
no. If we give up now, we can't discover our true potential if we give up so easily.
Yeah,
That is why we have to break the mold. We have to change our mindset, because even though things are scary, they are. I feel fear, of course, but every person in life feel fear. But we have to work around it. We have to trust ourselves enough uh, to know that we can go around those obstacles or setbacks or those ill feelings that we feel.
yeah, and getting stronger in the mind is part of that, like letting go of all them fears and everything that you wouldn't have gone for. You making the opportunities, go for them, even if you are worried. Just go for them. I've recently, and you just got to keep going. Otherwise, if you do, it can make your mind a whole lot stronger, which can lead to more power because you're gonna look better, a fuller potential that you can use.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it is. The body will always follow the mind. So we have to sharpen our minds first, or at the best way, or yeah.
Because the mind is strong, the stronger part. Because as you said, the body follows the mind. The mind is what you're going to be thinking with, how you control your body. If you change your mindset to being the best and achieving,
Being able to do more.
and you're just gonna become greater. And I said, unlocking that potential, it's gonna lead to a better lifestyle for you because you're gonna be able to do. And you said before that if you think something is impossible,
Then it's going to be impossible.
but if you think it is possible, you're gonna find a way around it and a way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And that is the will. We can overcome anything, then when we put so much energy thinking that something will be possible, we will always automatically find a way.
Yeah.
And you can, if you even like something like law of attraction, if you put so much energy in thinking of something, believing in it, then you will achieve it eventually. And there are some couple of times that it has happened in my life that I thought like, man, shit, this thing I would want to experience this, or maybe I can do this and get this. And after a while, after I have been thinking about it so much, it had just like appeared in my life, and that is scary at the same time. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's good. So when someone comes to you for training, how do you test their ability, or do you just bring them in straight away to your group? And how do you track like their progress and your progress when you're training?
at the very beginning, Peter's like a personal training session, I go not all in, but I test their abilities, do a real hard workout
Yeah.
to see where they am, to see how much they can give. I've had many clients who have puked and almost fainted, but I tell them in the beginning that this is just a test to see where you are, where you are in yeah, the physical state. And it has gone very well. It's not that like someone have been scared of me when I've gone pretty hard on them,
Yeah.
but that is like a receipt they get that, oh man, shit, I need to get in better shape or something, you know.
Yeah.
So it has always been a positive way, that I've done. So I'm not, yeah. So it has not been a negative way, if I put it like that.
Yeah. That's good, and that just shows that does help. Like you said, them puking. Obviously, that doesn't help, but obviously, if they've been sick or something, that shows that they've gone, they've kept going, and that they can do something. It's just they might not be at the exact level as everyone else right now, but they can do it.
Yeah, exactly. And that is the funny part of it too. After a month that we have trained, I am giving. Sometimes I am doing the same thing we did like 1 month ago, their first training session. and and by their surprise, they are doing everything so easily. So their workout is like done after like 20 or 15 minutes, and they have 45 minutes left, and that is the receipt they get, and show a receipt that they are getting, and they can see for themselves that, oh shit, yeah, I have developed so much.
Yeah.
So that is my way of showing them the beginning and what is happening during the process. There are many times they think, no, I'm not. It's always so exhausting being training here with you, but they don't think like I do. Like every time they improve, I always make it their workout harder, and that's how it's supposed to be. You can't be on the same level all the time because you will not improve there, and that is why I give them back their receipt on how it is today and how it was like a month ago.
Yeah. So do you you do obviously training? Do you do once because you train? Obviously, do you do any like mental things with them for their mind, or is it? Do you tell them just to go off and think about progress and stuff like that?
I usually put in some speeches when I coach people. Usually in my group sessions, of course, even more. I am attending on them, but sometimes when I'm not attending, I can have more focus on me preaching out the speech, you know. Yeah, and sometimes in my PT sessions too, I usually bring in some motivational words to them for not giving up. Like, you know, when it hurts the most, that's when you get the most. Continue, don't stop right there. Yeah, and that has helped pretty much. Many appreciate it, and I have got some really good feedbacks on group session as well as my PT sessions.
And
So, yeah.
I just try and keep going. But what would you say to someone who's trying to start their fitness and
Not saying get bigger or anything.
because we know that obviously Bruce Lee showed that you don't need to be big to have power and be strong. But what would you say to someone?
Yeah.
Well, like, what would you say to start off their training? What should they like start doing for their training or something like that?
First of all, they should just focus on doing something that they appreciate in training. It doesn't have to be anything that is like how to put it, hard. They can just begin easy, exploring themselves, doing exercises to connect their body.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they have that it's self-discovery, I would say. When you're training, that's when you discover who you really are and how much you can push yourself, and that is what you have to work on in the beginning, I would say. And of course later, you to be able to push those last reps you don't really want to do, that is when you have to begin working on your mind, because the mind are the strongest weapon you can build in the gym, and that's how I see it.
Do you believe that?
Say you see like things like 3 to 4 reps if you're trying to get like strength, and like 8 to 12 reps and this and that. Do you believe that that is how it is to get bigger or something, or do you believe that setting like say that 100 reps of sit-ups is going to be more effective?
There are two ways. Of course you will get stronger if you do many reps, but as I said before, it's always quality before quantity too.
Yeah.
If you want to get bigger and stronger, maybe you will do 10 reps of deadlifts and like rest for a minute and do 10 more for like 4 sets. That's when you build up more bigger muscles. But of course when you do like more reps, like 30, 20 reps, you are building more like an interval and in your body. But of course you're building muscle, but not in the same level. But I'm a fan of both ways, because I like to rep more, because the more you do, the more you get in some degree, of course. But if you want to build mass, then it's another way of training, I would say.
I think that's really good, because just getting more reps in gives you more experience, and gives you like the mindset and everything, because you did like 4 sets, 10 reps of push-ups, then that's for some people it may be easier, but say you did 40 straight for like 3 reps, 4 reps and 3 sets, then obviously you're pushing through that pain and everything, and it gives you like a sense of what the pain is like, just pushing through it and going stronger through just doing more of it, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, is there anything you'd like to say or just get out there?
Yeah, I would like to say that we all will fall down in life, of course, but the question is, who gets back up? We eventually, when we fall down, we all will fall down. We will face hardships. We will face things that we in the beginning think we will not go work around. But it all comes to the conclusion that we have to find the tools we need to exceed to the next level and go through the pain. I have countless of times in my life I have struggled with many things, and I would say that all those things have made me to what I am today, and that is because I have my mindset. And when I had my mindset, I have worked around. When I got my mindset, I have worked around so many obstacles in life, and my life has been so much easier.
Yeah.
And it's up to each one of us to find the tools we need, and use them at the right moment and strike. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that obviously, motivation can get you, and inspiration can get you so far, but then you've got to act on that and discipline yourself to push further, and you can spread so much positivity by spreading your message out here, and you just got to go strong and reach your goals. Cut out the excuses, cut out everything that's stopping you from not doing what you want to achieve.
Get out of that comfort zone.
Just make something of yourself, or make something that you want to do. Don't be a sheep and just follow the other sheep, and just be someone else. Be different.
Yeah, exactly. We can't just follow the crowd, because when we do like everyone else, we lose our true potential, and we will never feel that self-discovery. We'll just do like everyone else do, and that's the sad part, I believe, because it's like we're alive but we're not living, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's sad that when I see so many people just follow the crowd, just imitate. They're not like living their own life, and that's the sad part. And there's another quote that I loved, and it's going like this: it's like, death isn't sad. The sad part is that most people don't live at all.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And
that is pretty sad.
do you want to explain that? About how? What do you?
Yeah. What I mean is that, like we talked about, most people follow the crowd, not living their own life to the best of their abilities. And that is why we can be alive. We are living. We can be alive, but when we are not doing what we ourselves want to do, follow our own dreams, it's like something in us dies, or we're alive but we're not living. If you understand what I mean there.
Yeah, I understand, because you're not living your life, so it's not really effective. It's not giving you a reason. Like if you do something that you want to do, it's
Giving you a reason to live.
if you're just following someone else's rules and you're working for someone else when you could be doing your own thing, it's just
Not the same.
it's not giving you any life or any potential.
Yeah, exactly. No, it don't. And that's how it is. We have to break the mold, stop being average, and find excuses for not being able to do exactly what we love.
And a quote by Bruce Lee that I saw today and I really like was, "Remember, my friend, to enjoy your
Accomplishment.
for life is too short for negative energy." So what I interpret from that is you got to be happy for what you're achieving, even though it may be short. It's at a time. It's an achievement
To something bigger.
and you can't
Allow pain or negative.
comments or anything to set you back or in a mindset one day like that I don't get out of bed or train. Get through that, and once you've done what you need to do, it's going to feel a lot better once you've got to your goal, and then you can create
More goals.
because you don't know when it might be your last day on the earth or something like that, as sad as it might seem, but it's true. You don't
Ever know what's going to happen.
Yeah, precisely, and he's right. Let's say like this, maybe I just have to live, I have 5 more minutes to live, I don't know. Maybe I have 10 more minutes, or 1 year, or 1 week, or maybe tomorrow I can be gone. And that's why you should precious your time here, not to fall back and settle for less than what we deserve. We should always be willing to fight for our goals and our dreams, and that's how it's supposed to be. I believe so. What's the point of being here if we were going to just bend down on our knees and just submit to the fear? Everyone has their own goals in their life and their own dreams, but it's so sad that like 5% of the people in this world or planet work for it 100% without giving up. It's really sad, really.
Yeah, because that other like 95% are just aren't following what they want to do, and that's a big number. It's sad because there's so much potential, but none of it is used. And if that potential was unlocked, that 100%, or that over that 50%, or even 6%, just anything more, or even that 5.1%, it would create a more wider bracket of people with extreme knowledge and power, and
It would be so much power.
the world would be so much powerful together.
Yeah, it would. It's just so sad that it is what it is, but yeah,
But
really.
so I think today on the podcast we've learned a lot of stuff, and you guys out there listening, we hope you can take this and apply it to your life every day, even if it's listen to this either every day or like a minute or 2 every day. You're looking at a quote every day, because that will really motivate you.
Constantly looking at quotes.
Reading things to develop your mind, and as well as doing fitness, if it's fitness you're into or anything, do some like reading, look at the mind and how it works, and keep doing it. The knowledge will follow along because you learn something, and you will become more powerful and stronger, no matter who you are, how big or strong.
You are always able to reach higher goals.
A more higher potential.
Yeah, true words right there, Cameron. True words.
So that is going to be
The end today.
is there any last words that you want to say?
Yeah, just keep going. Trust yourself, trust your goals. Don't look back. If you believe in something, just go all in with it. Believe in it, trust it, and never look back, because one day you will never get the same opportunity again. So just have that fearless mind, and just go for it. And that confidence you get from achieving small and big goals will add up to your life to continue being more and more successful.
That is a great explanation there, and I love that. That is great explanation there, and we can all learn something every day, unlock potential. Obviously, Anton here is a great guy. He is an idol of mine because he is so motivational and inspirational. He's always great guy, giving
Knowledge.
and wise words, and you don't have to be
A legend.
or like Bruce Lee was a legend because of who he
Was, but you just have to be yourself and be great. So thank you guys for watching. That was the end of today's episode. Hope you enjoyed.